Hello again, my listeners. It's another wonderful day uh, to be alive and be present. It's another beautiful day in the cosmos to be here, just be, just be. Uh, so I've been going through the various stages of awakening. So I've been able to quiet my mind. So I hardly think. My mind is generally quiet. So in quieting my mind, I'm able to see my thoughts. I'm able to be the one observing my thoughts. So when a thought comes up, I'm able to see the thought and see it for what it is. So I'm able to control my emotions, that are the emotions that would be related to that thought. I'm able to react the way I want to react to the thought, or not only thoughts or interactions with others. I can be the observer and not the personality that is interacting with with people. So when persons act, I'm able to see them and see the actions and be able to respond in a manner in which it won't affect me, it won't affect my spaciousness, it won't affect the peace that is within me. So it's good when you reach a stage where you become the observer in your life. You actually break free from your identity. You break free from your personality. So you no longer identify with the physical you that was created from birth, through socialization, through education, through the family structure, through the socialization structures or the systems of socialization, the family, the community, and so on. So when you become, or during your growth, or you're becoming conscious, or you're elevating to your highest spiritual self, you lose your identity. You no longer identify with anything. You no longer identify with who you are or who you thought you were. You no longer identify with that. So when you've lost your identity, my listeners, what happens is that the space inside of you becomes great. There's this emptiness that evolves inside of you. And I must confess, my listeners, that I have been grappling with this emptiness for a while. Because you try to understand, my listeners, not feeling anything inside of you, not being able to feel. You don't even remember how you look. Unless you look in the mirror, you don't remember what your face looks like. You can't identify with anything relating to yourself or to your personality or the identity that you knew you had. You don't remember about if it is qualifications, if it is your job. You're just here. You don't identify with family. You don't identify with friends. You are just empty. And it's not a bad empty, even though you can feel lonely as a result of this spaciousness that is inside of you. It's very lonely because you feel as if you are just here. You are just existing. But this spaciousness, my listeners, or this emptiness that you feel, it's been on my mind, because as I said, it's very hard to deal with, because this is new to me, and it's not like I have someone to talk to who is going through it so that they can share their experience with me. It's nothing like that. So I have to be going through it by myself. I watch videos online that speaks about it, so I can relate when they talk. You feel You feel alone. You feel as if you're alone in this world, and nobody understands what you're going through. You feel lonely, very lonely, and very inside of you feel vast. Yes, there's this vastness, this spaciousness inside. However, my listeners, last night, today is the 12th of March 2020. I'm actually on my way to my job, and as usual, this is a time when my insights come out. I'm most in tune. Not saying that I'm not in tune otherwise, but on my way to my job, I am generally alone in the car, so I can focus on and do my recordings. So I'm saying that the last night, as a matter of fact, I was on my way home, and I was, thinking about this loneliness that I'm feeling, this emptiness. But the loneliness that I'm feeling, my listeners, is not a loneliness that I'm thinking that I need to have somebody to fill that space. No, it's not loneliness for other human beings. It's a loneliness because I feel like I don't belong. I feel like I'm not connected to anything. I just feel this emptiness, this spaciousness inside. And you know what came to me, my listeners? The universe revealed to me that you are the cosmos. You are space. So if you look at the sky, if you look at the space around you, the space around you is empty, The space around us is empty. But that doesn't mean that it does not exist. So if it is that this space around us exists, then it's the same space that is inside of us. And the spaciousness that we feel, or that I feel, is not for a lack of me being here. I am here. It's just that I have broken all connection to my identity, to my personality, I have broken all connection to who I was told that I am. So the fact that I have broken this identity, I'm no longer connected to that ideology or that idea of myself. It leaves this emptiness inside of me. So that is what was revealed to me last night, that the space is good, because the space that is inside of me, the spaciousness that I'm feeling, is actually the cosmos. That is actually the space that is around us. And if you were to look, there's space around us, and that space that is around us allows us to do whatever we need to do. It allows us to go about our activities. Think about it, my listeners. When you're cluttered, when you're backed into a corner to say, this is me, this is who I am, this is my identity, I am Nadria Brown, and this is me from school, primary school, up until university. This is me at my job. This is me, my likes and my dislikes. This is me, family background. It backs you into a corner. So you live your life, or you see reality based on that identity that you have created. So if you were to go outside of that identity, my listeners, it's difficult, because you're going to say, no, these are my limits. Oh, my family has never been to university, or my family, there's no rich person in my family. So what am I? Why am I fooling myself? So this spaciousness, my listeners, when you lose the identity that you've created, when you lose the sense of self, when you lose that personality that your mind creates for you, when you lose that ego, it only leaves spaciousness inside of you, my listeners. And as I said, this spaciousness is beautiful. It gives you, it makes you feel lonely, but it is beautiful, because it's like you are not connected to anything. So can you imagine the spaciousness inside of you, my listeners? And every morning you are awakened to this spaciousness, this emptiness. It's like every morning you're given a new canvas. And for those who do painting, they will understand a new canvas. Or if it's a writer, every day you wake up to a blank page. So that simply means that you can write your life. You can begin to write your life if you're a writer. If you're a painter, you get a brand new canvas, so you can begin to paint your life. You can paint, you can create. You can create who you want to be. So my listeners, the most beautiful, it's very beautiful, the feeling, the way I am feeling today is beautiful. Not only today, that this is my reality, where I have this spaciousness inside of me. I have lost all my identity of who I was in the past. I have no identity today, my listeners. I am just here, and I live my life based on moments. I do not preempt my life. Whenever the moment comes, I will give it my all. So no matter what it is, whether it is my job, whether it is interacting with others, whether it is relationship, whether it is friendship, I give it my all. So I live for the moments, my listeners. Doesn't make sense you stress yourself about the future or you dwell on the past, because the past will depress you. The future will allow you to become anxious, and that will stress you as well. But being present, being in the moment, you're able to just be. You're able to enjoy the spaciousness that is inside of you. You're able to enjoy the cosmos that is inside of you, and it's beautiful. But the journey, my listeners, especially if you have no one to talk to about it, the journey can be a very lonely one, because if you have no identity, then it makes you feel lonely. But it's beautiful. You don't have anything stressing you. You don't have any thoughts. When the thoughts come, you're able to observe your thoughts, identify them, so they can't stress you. Your thoughts cannot stress you. When you interact with others, you're able to see them. You're able to see what they are doing. You're able to see the personality in them coming out, and you're able to react in the way you want to react. So it gives you control, my listeners. It allows you to control your life, control your actions. It's beautiful. The spaciousness that is inside of me, it's beautiful. I wish the world could experience this spaciousness, but everyone has the opportunity or the ability. You just have to learn to control your mind. You just have to learn to control your mind, my listeners. So it's a joy for me to share this information, because it has been on my mind for a while now, because I'm going through my enlightenment. So this is a revelation for me, and it has helped me. I feel much better knowing that the cosmos is inside of me, and the spaciousness that I'm experiencing is just the cosmos. It's just the universe. It's inside. It's growing inside of me. So it's a beautiful feeling. It's a really beautiful feeling. It is my wish, my listeners, that we take more time to get to know ourselves, get to know the greatness that is inside of us, my listeners. And it's not hard. We just have to take time out. For some persons, they will meditate. For some persons, they will listen to music, inspirational music. But my listeners, it's not hard. And you will realize over time that your thoughts, it's automatic. Your thoughts, they just keep going. You have no control over your thoughts. And as a result of that, your thoughts can depress you. It is my wish that you have a beautiful day, my listeners. And with the coronavirus here in Jamaica, I've heard of 2 cases so far. I pray that we take the necessary precautions to make us safe and our families safe. I know based on how the virus is spread, it is difficult, but we still need to do what we can do. Practice good hygienic, have good hygienic practices. Try as best to keep our hands clean, keep our hands away from our faces. They say that you're to stay 6 feet away from, if you're having a conversation, things like that. Keep abreast of the information as it comes. Keep in tune to your news station or the Ministry of Health. For your workplace, try your best to follow the guidelines that your workplace put out, and just we just pray that this will not be devastating to our country or to our people, and that they will quickly find a cure, and we can move on with our lives and just to be people and be what we were created to be. This is Nigeria Brown, your soul teacher and your motivational speaker. Do have a blessed day.